That was Last Christmas by Wham! George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley. 1984. Couldn't you believe it? And it didn't actually chart, or rather, it didn't reach number one on the UK charts until 2021, I've learned by Googling fun facts about Last Christmas by Wham. Hello, folks. Hey, guys. It's me, ArchieOGrady. Isn't this wild? Doing a stream. It's not Divinity. It's not Crimecraft. I'm dead there, so I can't do that anymore. But here we are. Yeah, I'm back for a little bit. We've got some things to talk about. Yeah. So basically, if you're not following, I guess, anywhere on Twitter or Blue Sky. I did post about it on Blue Sky. I'm a student full time, baby. So I've got oodles and doodles. That's what the kids are saying, of responsibilities on top of streaming. So yeah, I haven't really been able to do it as much as I'd like to, but I'm back at least for about a month. You know what? I want to talk about this while we're in the game. So let's. No, Mariah. No, Mariah. I'm sorry. I truly love your song, but it's too early in the stream for that. Way too early in the stream for that. All right. Let's hop into the game. Boom. Here we are. Back in hardcore Minecraft. Would you believe it? Oh, yeah, I've got my nice... okay, you can't... Wow, I kept this inventory full. I've got my nice Christmas skin on, updated for the new look. I haven't played on this world in months. I don't... Oh, I don't remember exactly what I was doing. I think I was in the process of... This may have been... I think I was going for the stronghold. I'm pretty sure what I was doing. So we're going to start digging. And if it's actually not what I was doing, I'll just be sad. So anyways, howdy folks. I'm back. I wasn't really like gone because I did keep streaming a little bit throughout the semester for like Divinity and Crimecraft, because those were like, okay, Divinity wasn't a previous obligation. I just did that because I wanted to play it with friends. But Crimecraft was a previous obligation, so I did that. Minimum SMP, I wasn't at all obligated to do that. But okay, I'm realizing now that my little semester-long break wasn't much of a break. I mean, compared to what I was doing before then, it definitely was. Which is part of what I want to talk about, gang. I haven't uploaded on YouTube since From the Fog Hardcore Episode 1, which I spent so long working on, and it didn't turn out exactly as I would have liked it to, but it wasn't bad, I don't think. I don't rewatch it because I watched it a lot while I was actually making it. Jeez Louise, this pickaxe is about to break. Okay, let's make ourselves a nice proper stone pick. How about that? Do I have sticks? No, I don't. Of course not. All right. So yes, I am back from my break. That's not actually much of a break. Semester went good, I think. Finals ended. Wow, it's Tuesday now. I have no real way to keep track of what days are happening anymore because of, reasons. I don't have a solid schedule that I go off of anymore. Well, I need another bucket. No, I don't think so. Not at the moment. Oops. What can I throw out? This is a lot of garbage. Treasure map. Don't really need that. Coal, granite, bucket, sticks. Okay, let's just pick up what I can down here. Wow. I had more diamond tools than I was expecting I would. Oops. I did not want to drop those. Why did my torch go out? Huh? This mod is so scuffed. This torch mod. Oh, you just couldn't have Optifine. You just can't have Optifine, can you? Because Too many nice things. Evil. This is part of why I'm doing this stream, is to get back into the practice of it. Because it's been a minute. And I like going on tangents. And even when I would regularly stream. Oh, there we are for some reason. Okay. Even when I would regularly stream, this was my main issue of going off on side tangents. So we're gonna finish. We're gonna make a improved effort to actually fix that issue by finishing what I was talking about before moving on to the next subject. I'm back. I'm gonna make some more content. I have one of two options. Okay, I technically have three options, technically, but it would suck to do the third option, because the two options that I'm working with here are A, go all in to YouTube and make a bunch of high effort YouTube videos that are passionately written and funny and well edited. Or option B, which is to go, are those diamonds? No, I'm just hallucinating. Or B, which is to go full into streaming, which would mean going full into TikTok. I like TikTok. I like watching it. I'm aware it's a very massive distraction for me for many things. But if I am going to stream, I feel I'm going to need to do that. Because gang, folks, I don't know if you're aware of this. You're a longtime ArchieOGrady viewer. Oh, this is the stronghold. Nice. You will be aware, make that chat smaller. You will be aware I have been streaming for like 3 years. And I had a little bit of a wake-up call earlier today when I was looking at some other streamers, which is never a good thing to do, to compare yourself to others. In every like streaming help video, they're like, don't compare yourself to others, because that's bad and it'll make you feel bad, man. But I went and did that. And I saw one who was like, oh, I started streaming on June 1st of this year, and I hit affiliate at June 17th of the same year. Gang, I've been streaming for 3 years, going on 4, as a regular plebeian, not affiliate, just raw dogging it. I hate that word, and that I used it. I will make a palpable effort to fix myself. This is my promise to you, the American people. Okay. We know how well those promises go over. So, I want to fix that. And how I feel like I can fix that is either do what people recommend of building up a following. Okay, this isn't an either. But building up a following on one platform and then transferring that over to Twitch. Because Twitch discoverability is garbage, as I'm sure you're aware. I only recently discovered that you can save clips and feature them. I only recently just went through all the clips that were made on my channel. There were some weird ones, and some ones that I don't know why they were clipped. It wasn't even like anything particularly funny. They were just me saying stuff. Okay, why was that remarkable to you? Anyways, another side tangent. I've been down here before. So, the way I want to do that is either through using YouTube or through using TikTok, which would partially be using YouTube because I would post all the TikTok stuff onto Reels and Shorts, because some stuff performs better on those two sites than it does on TikTok. So it would be an experimental thing. What the hell is happening? Ooh, I want to put up Spotify on my stream. There we go. Forgot I could do that. You know what? For the heck of it, let's put up my cool name. Where? What? Where is it? I don't see it. Where am I? There it is. I don't know what it was below, but there's my cool username. All right, now I feel like a proper streamer. So basically, what I'm trying to say, I'll just stop beating around the bush, is I have a choice to make between making good, high quality YouTube videos over this next season of winter that are good and funny. Whoa, that was almost bad. I'm feeling something like more like in the style of the Minesweeper video that I did 2 years ago. Time is an illusion, and everything about it sucks. Okay, this kind of sucks, to be fair. Baby zombies and silverfish. Son of a gun. Tiny little bug. It shocked me to learn that these things are real and exist. Can't believe that wow, it's completely empty. I have just enough. There we go. Oh, actually, no, not this. The Minesweeper video I made, which is one of my favorites ever. And I think it was really funny, and I think I did a good job, and I've gotten positive feedback, even in the modern age of this current year, that it was a good video. So I want to make more stuff like that. But that was sort of like a unique situation in that I found the Minesweeper channel. I don't even remember what the channel name was. And I wanted to just talk about it because it was insane. If you don't know what I'm talking about, first of all, to get context, you should go watch the Minesweeper video on my channel, youtube.com/@ArchieOGrady. Pretty good video. It got a good amount of views, more than I was used to at the time. And in fact, more than I'm used to now. I don't have any beds. What am I doing here without any beds? Well, shoot. I have to kill this thing now. I also don't have a bow. Okay. I may have been a little ill-prepared for this. That's fine. We party rock. So I want to do more stuff like that. That is an option. The thing about that option is that it's going to take me a while to write them, because I have a few ideas. Some of them are definitely going to take more time than I have available to me. They're good ideas. I think they're going to be really good videos when I make them, but I don't think I can realistically make them in the time frame that I have available to me. Next semester starts like January 14th, around there. So, gotta be realistic. And I don't want a repeat of what happened this past semester. First of all, can you, like, calm down? Like, shut up a little bit, please and thank you? God, you're loud. Thank you. Last semester, when I was on that generational run of making Crimecraft videos, and also Let's Plays, and also From the Fog, I had to cut all that short when the semester started, because it was just too dang much. How does I reach this without that happening? Okay. Wow. Can you tell I'm not that great at hardcore Minecraft? Let's just sit here for a second. Yeah. So I do want to make more stuff like that. But the From the Fog video, that was just a case of like major procrastination. Like it should have, the final product and what you see probably should have taken me like a week or two max to make. But it took me a good couple of months, I reckon, to make that video, which is too much for a video like that. So if we're being realistic and we're thinking about how much I procrastinate, which is a lot. I mean, it's a lot. Like, too much, probably. A video like that isn't gonna happen. Which is why I've sort of ruled out, like, From the Fog 2, Episode 2 happening in this winter season. Because it's gonna take a similar amount of time for me to make. Ouch! As did the... I'm good at the video game. It's going to take a similar amount of time for me to make the second episode as it did for the first, if not more, because the first one was just like establishing the mod pack and establishing, hey, there's a dog. I'm going to go on fun hardcore Minecraft adventures in this mod pack with this dog, and it's going to be awesome. The second one, what I have planned for it is more like building Like, okay, I've established that there are these cool horror modded creatures in this world. I have to defend myself and my dog from them. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like it when it does that. Now I have to defend myself from them. So how are we going to do that? Well, obviously it's going to take more time to actually build fortifications and get gear. So, which is the premise of episode 2, I've decided. So that's going to take me a minute. And, yeah. I'm not that good at hardcore, as you can already see. So I have no guarantees that this series will also last a long time. It could end while I'm recording episode 2. Just like 5 minutes in. And that would be it. It'd be like, wow, I put all of this time and effort into episode 1. Here's episode 2. The video is 3 minutes long. Ah! Oh no, 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 no. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Is it me or is the dragon a lot harder now? What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This isn't the water spout I put down. Okay. So I've sort of ruled out episode 2 from the fog for that reason. What else was I talking about? I lose my train of thought too easily. Yeah, just like son of a, I'm dead. All right. New name for this world is going to be bring a bed or two. Because that's what I have to do for this new one. I forgot to do that, and that was kind of foolish of me. I was having a really good run in that one as well. Anyways, so... what was I talking about again? Oh yeah, that's my main issue as a streamer, is I can't maintain a stream of consciousness. I think it's... I'm not gonna lie, it's the Christmas music. It's really drawing my focus, and I really want to pay attention to it. So I have to stop it. I turn off the Twitch. Why did I do that? I wanted to turn off Spotify. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. No. It's too happy. Too joyous. Yeah, that's better. That's more like what I'm going for. Alright, new hardcore world. Woo! Everybody get excited. Everybody do a little clap. Do a little clap, everybody. So, wow. Oh, that's so cool to see it generate like that. Wow. All right. Let's do the iconic thing where I just run around for a bit while I'm talking about nonsense. Yeah, so that's what the YouTube option would look like. It would probably be 1 or 2 videos that I'm actually proud of and passionate about, and it would just take me a really long time to make them. So that's option 1. And probably about the same amount of streams as have been happening. Option 2 is, okay, I call this the nuclear option because it's the option I like the least. When I've been looking at people's TikToks, some of my peers, some people who are slightly above me in followage, and some people who are vastly above me in followage, I will look at their platforms and I'll see what site they have the most following on, and I'll try to see what they did right with that site. Most of them that got their clout in the modern age got it through TikTok. And so I can, on the TikTok website, I use the TikTok website because I'm weird. I also use the app, but the app doesn't have this feature where you can sort on a person's account. You can sort for their most popular video. I've been doing that on the TikTok website, and all their most popular videos that have like 2.3 million views and like 300,000 likes, they suck. It's not something against the person. It's just against like type of video. It's the thing I would never watch. Like if I saw someone with the like stock TikTok creepy audio music in the background doing something, or whatever, like there's 1,000 different TikTok songs, or that one "Love You So" sound. I would never listen to that. I would never watch that video. I would scroll away from it as soon as it came onto my page. Like it wouldn't matter if it was Minecraft or something I really was interested in. That sort of like music and overall tone, I just don't like it. It just doesn't interest me, so I always scroll away. The reason it's the nuclear option is because in this option, I would be studying and copying and formatting these TikToks that I hate the formatting of, and I would be using them for myself. And I would be using that format for my own benefit. It's probably the best way to gain actual like views and follows and whatnot, but I would hate to do it because it would be disingenuous to how I am as a person. And that's not what I want to present in terms of like content. Like, oh, I'm going to be doing this all the time. No, this is so I can get clout now because it's long overdue and I'm desperate at this point. So that's the nuclear option. I don't like it very much. And you can tell why. Because it's just not me. I don't do that. In this video, I got 100 people to all go into a small room and there's a picture of Winnie the Pooh. That's not me. I don't do that. To be fair, though, that would... Okay, I did that as a joke, but that would kind of be a funny video. I might do that. Yeah. So that's the nuclear option. I'm sort of weighing the pros and cons of those two options right now, of having maybe 1 or 2 truly good YouTube videos that maybe might not get as much traction as I would like, but I put actual heart into them, and I put my actual personality and soul into them. Or a bunch of TikToks with a personality that's not really my own, that's made to cater to the TikTok audience. I don't get Minecraft TikToks because I'm not in the Minecraft audience. I get Minecraft YouTube videos. I watch all those all the time, so I know what to do there. But I don't get Minecraft TikToks, and the Minecraft TikToks I get aren't appealing to me. I love the game, and I love the community and the people in it. Just the TikToks, what gets attention doesn't get my attention. It gets my attention as being a bad, and I don't like it, which I feel like isn't a good thing. So those are the options. There's a village. We're doing great. We're slaying. All right, let's head down there. Anyways, I'm weighing the pros and cons of those, and I'll get back to you. Option B, the nuclear option again, would mean more streams. It would mean more Minecraft streams. I'd come up with a lot more ideas of how to farm for TikTok content, which would feel disingenuous, and it would be not the best. Not quality content, but it would be probably beneficial to the ArchieOGrady brand and the ArchieOGrady production company as a whole. Again, I'm not making fun of people who have made those sort of videos. It's just that I'm wondering if I should become one of them. Because I'm typically not. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not criticizing anybody. You can make, Minecraft fart compilation 36 all you want. That's fine by me. Whatever floats your boat, just make sure it's not too heavy that it sinks, Are there any villagers here? Is this dead? This might be a dead village. Yeah, I think it is. No, there's a dude. Hello, dude. Nice eye patch. You look sick. Oh, nice eye patch. You look sick. Okay, take those, take that, take those, take that, take that. Do. All right, berries. I should totally grab some berries. And a bed. Beds are good. This is how we learn. All right. Just gonna grab all these So we learn from our past. The thing is, a lot of it is time intensive. And that's the main issue that I'm dealing with right now, is that I only have about a month at my disposal. And I'm trying to figure out what the best way to spend that time would be. Because I work by contract, so I have a lot more free time than most folks. So I'd definitely like to put that into doing more content. It's just figuring out what the most productive type of content would be. You understand? You understand? This hat is tight. I put on my hat before I streamed. I don't know why. I guess I just wanted to wear something. I'm going to put in my other earbud too. I don't know why I put that in. Oh my gosh, I'm out of water. Delicious, delicious. Anyways, yeah, that's my current mindset. I'm not going to talk about that for the whole stream. You know, I hate it when people talk about their streaming career on their stream for the whole time. It kind of peeves me, so I try to avoid it. I'm not very good at avoiding it, but I try. So let's move on. How is everyone's day? How's the weather? Whoa. Whoa. Oh, they're children. I'm like, why are you so speedy? It was perspective. I thought they were adults and they were just really, really fast. No, they're kids. The reason they look so fast is because they're just going the same speed as the adult villagers. That's the same thing for baby zombies. They're not actually super speedy. Just proportionately, they look like they are because they're going the speed of the adults. They just have little legs, so they got to move those little legs faster. Cooking. I am cooking. Okay, I know I literally just said I would stop talking about content plans, but I'm going to throw them out there, what I do have. Yeah, let me pull up my iconic, while this is cooking, my iconic video ideas list. I have a lot of old ideas, some of which I've categorized to this day. I haven't deleted them because there's always a chance that I might make them, but I've categorized them as probably outdated and not something I'd be interested in doing. But I've been brainstorming like some content videos on Minecraft features, talking about expectations for the Minecraft movie. Minecraft movie. I don't remember, last movie I saw in theaters, that might have been, what was that? Might have been Venom 3? I think it was. I'm pretty dang sure it was. Yeah. Yeah, not a good last movie to see in theaters. But I already talked about that. When I saw the trailers for the Minecraft, the second trailer for the Minecraft movie is definitely better. Leagues better than the first. There's no doubt about that. No doubt in my mind about that. But is it good? No. Because they said, as a child, I yearned for the mines in a serious tone of voice. Not serious. How serious can a Minecraft movie be? Because it feels like, for all of it, at least what we've seen so far, it feels like Jack Black, in particular, is like winking at the camera for every line he says. It's like, oh, this is an ender pearl. It teleports you wherever you throw it. No, don't! And that was the last one I had. No biggie. It does like these really weird head jerks. Like, it's... Stop that. I don't want to... Just stop that. I was going to say I don't want to criticize his acting choices, but I really do, because they're not great. Yeah. Oh, a diamond. Beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen a diamond in a village. Well, that's fancy. Hello. Give me your bread. Thank you. I'm definitely going to see it, though. Like, at least 3 times. That is something, that's a video that I am positive I'm going to make, is a review of the Minecraft movie. I don't typically like movie reviews, and I've thought about making them a few times, but I would be an awful movie reviewer, because even with Letterboxd, like, I'll make a review for a movie and I'll give it like anything below like 3.5 stars, I feel bad about. I feel really mean for giving a movie that rating. It's like, well, a lot of people spent so much time and effort and they poured their heart and soul into this, and I'm really giving it a 3-star review. Yeah, it's a 3-star movie. And then sometimes I'll feel like I'm giving too many movies a high rating. Like I can't count the amount of, okay, I can, but I don't want to count the amount of movies that I've given 4.5 stars. The way I rank movies is like a 5-star movie is something that I cannot physically come up with any improvements for. Like I just can't think of anything. I can't think of a single way it could be improved. And it had a profound emotional impact on me. That's typically what I call a 5-star movie. There are some movies that in the moment I gave them a pretty high rating that I probably shouldn't have in hindsight. Like Wonka. It was a good movie, don't get me wrong. I really liked Wonka. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. It's not a 4.5-star movie. I was just enthralled by the musical. I love movie musicals. I love musicals. I know a lot of people don't like movie musicals, but I do. So suck it. And by it, haha, let's just say the Bible. Wonka was good. I like Timothée Chalamet. I saw recently that he was on he was making like college football picks, I think, on ESPN now, maybe. I don't follow ESPN. I don't follow sports like outside of the actual games themselves. Like I try to watch every Bills game I can, but I don't watch like the breakdowns and the before and after game shows. You know, I don't really know what Stephen A is saying about anything. I know Stephen A because he talks about Pokemon on Twitter. That's and for other reasons, but that's primarily why I like him. Because not a lot of other TV show hosts do that. I hope someday, if my career ever progresses to that point, that I'm not afraid to do something like that. Because we need more stuff like that. I want to know the TV show host's favorite Pokemon and how they think they'd fare in a fight against Mike Tyson. I do. I do want to know that. Yes, make more content like that for me. If no one else wants it, screw them. Make it for me specifically, because I do. Anyways, Bills beat the Lions. Not in like a washout, but it was pretty good. Pretty good score. I don't really watch like peripheral shows, is what I'm saying. I recently got into F1 a little bit. Like right before the season ended, I watched the Abu Dhabi GP and the qualifiers. I didn't watch the practices, but I watched the qualifiers. That was during the period of time where I deleted all of my apps from my phone, at least my social medias, like Instagram, TikTok, Discord. I deleted them all because I wanted to focus on studying for finals. However, there were some points of time where I couldn't study for finals, and I had to do something else to fill my mind while I was just like doing nothing. So like eating food while I was doing that, I had to find something to occupy my mind. So I would scroll through the Google News and see what was up. And I think because I'd been reading a lot about Richard Petty recently, I got a lot of NASCAR articles, and those NASCAR articles, which I read some of, and I was a little interested. I was interested in Petty's legacy and his records, and where he is now and where the Petty Racing Company is now. I was interested in that. And I like NASCAR, but I think I like F1 a lot more, because those NASCAR articles that I read led to, okay, well, this guy likes racing cars, let's give him F1. And by God, that was the right decision, because I read everything and became a master of it, and a veritable expert in Formula One racing in 2 days. Definitely not, but I became interested in it in 2 days. I hate that torch extinguish sound whenever I go into the water. Stop it. Let's do Quake Pro. Just for funsies. Oh, I feel like I'm going so much faster now. Hello, turtles. Hello. Hello. I love you. I love you. I wish I were one of you. If I were a turtle, I'd be smart enough not to gag on a straw. I'd be like, hey, that's a straw, not a fish. Turtles eat fish? No. No, they eat plants. Yeah, I'm sure that's right. I'm sure. Oh, pigs. I've been completely ignorant and ignoring food. I need food desperately. Give me your meat. Thank you. Thank you. Please and thank you. I went axe throwing for the first time like a couple weeks ago with some buddies of mine. I'd never been before, but the place that we went to, we'd been there a few times before for like other activities that they had there, but I had never done axe throwing. And I think both of them had before. So I was completely new at it. And it was just me and two other guys, my buddies. We went to start axe throwing. And I thought it was just going to be like, oh, there's a big board on the wall. Just hit it a few times. Maybe try to get a bullseye. And that was one of the game modes. And yeah, there were game modes. Because it was actually a projector on the big wall of boards and stuff that was projecting a bunch of games onto it. So like the first one we did was trivia. So it had like these varying circles on the board, like one would be here, 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 of different sizes and different point values. Like I think the largest point value was 75 points, and it was a really tiny little circle that you had to hit with the axe. And then you'd get a trivia question that'd be worth 75 points. Or you could just pass the trivia question and keep the points that you already have. Which would be lame, because then you wouldn't win more points. Gambling is fun, kids, and you should do it more. Give me your money. Give it to me. All right. So we did that. It was pretty easy trivia. I mean, it was mostly like, it wasn't stuff I necessarily already knew, but it was stuff that from the multiple choice answers you could just sort of infer. Like, where was air conditioning invented? A, Russia. B, United States of America. C, Scotland. Like, you can probably infer that it's not Russia just by the knowledge of Russia's climate. And it was the United States. I was right. Go me. Iron pick. Oh, let me make a bucket. That would be smart. I remembered I'm playing Minecraft just now. Haha! Yes! Beauteous, beauteous Maximus. Yes. I need to cook this meat. You go in there. You go in there. Oh, there's the pork chops. We'll get to that in a second. They also had, like, they did have a darts mode where it was a proper bullseye. And I had to learn how to play darts because I didn't know how the point system worked. So I kept exceeding the points. In like the last round or frame or whatever of darts, you have to get like the exact number of points in order to win. And I didn't know that. So I just kept, chucking it at the bullseye. And it kept going like, oh, you failed. I'm like, no, I win. Because the point of darts is to hit the bullseye, obviously. And you're stupid, not me. But eventually I got it. I think I did. I think I did get first place in darts. Maybe not in points, but I think I was first to finish. And that means something. Oh, if only I had a bed. Stupid idiot. Obviously I have a bed. Let me grab some water real quick. So darts was really fun. I think, or axe throwing was really fun. I definitely love to do it again. I thought I was soon with some other friends, but I think the plans have changed and we're now just going to lunch, which is fine. I haven't seen these people in forever. And one time they just called me. I was like watching a Ludwig video or something. Probably not. I was watching a video. Okay, it was probably a Point Crow video, to be fair. I was watching a Point Crow video or something. And they called me and they're like, hey, Archie, we haven't seen you in months. Get out of your cave. And I'm like, hold on. You came to my house, phoned my home, E.T., and tell me how I should live my life? I don't think so, idiot. Anyways, we're all going to lunch on Saturday, so that's going to be really fun. I haven't seen them in forever, and I love my friends, and I miss my friends, and I want to see how they're doing. All right, cook this potatoes. Cook those potatoes. So yeah, axe throwing was fun. It's Christmas time. I don't know if you've noticed this, but it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, pretty much. There's a tree, I think in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well. Sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. But it is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. There's toys in every store. Okay, I won't do that. Where did toy stores go, man? Maybe it's because I'm not 9 anymore, but I haven't seen a good toy store in years. Like probably since Toys R Us closed down. When I was that age of a person who would go to Toys R Us, I didn't believe that there was a location solely dedicated to selling toys. The only thing I can remember buying from there is a crayon, a big cardboard and plastic-headed crayon that was like a money bank. I say was, I still keep my cash in that crayon to this day. So it's got some good mileage. You know, you gotta admit that much. Okay. But Toys R Us, man. People will post things online of like, hey, remember these good days? And they'll show like a full aisle of Skylanders just chalked up in a Toys R Us. And I do remember them, but I didn't have the necessary hardware to play Skylanders back then. My games that I was allowed to play in my youth were like Wii Sports Resort, Wii Music, Wii Ski. I don't know if you could tell this, but I had a Wii growing up. I don't know if you noticed. But yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm not great at FPS games. It's because I wasn't allowed to play them growing up. So I just haven't had those 15 years of experience that some people had. Can you believe there were people playing Halo Combat Evolved at 5 years old? I can't believe that. But by God, I've heard some people talking about how that's exactly what they did. Oh man. Yeah. It was a strange day when I realized, hey, I'm old enough to play these games now. Like when I turned 17, I was like, wait a minute. These games that are rated M and that my parents wouldn't let me play all those years ago, like Halo, they're rated M 17 plus. I'm 17 now, and even now I'm plus. So what's to stop me from playing Halo? And nothing. I bought a lot of the games. Actually, I own almost all of them. I think I bought the whole Master Chief collection. So the only ones I don't own are 5 and Infinite. I played the Infinite multiplayer a little bit to like, get my FPS ears wet a little bit. I tried doing that with CSGO and like Valorant. Those just weren't my speed. But I'll do practice like maps in the Infinite multiplayer because that was free. And if it's free, it's for me, baby. But Halo Reach was the first FPS I played in its entirety. Because people wouldn't shut up about how great of a game Reach was. So I'm like, all right, well, if I'm going to start playing FPS games, this is a good place to start. And it was. I really enjoyed playing Reach. Since then, I've played Combat Evolved, Halo 2. I gotta play Halo 3 sometime. That's next on my list. I'm playing them all in chronological order with a friend of mine. We just haven't gotten to 2. There have been so many other games that we've been busy with that we just haven't played 2 yet for some reason. Again, my hat is too dang tight. I installed a new toilet. 2 days ago, I installed a new toilet. Took out the old one, put in the new one. It's taller. It's taller than my old toilet. It's been really weird getting used to that. But, sorry, I don't know if you can hear me adjusting my hat, but it's necessary so I don't bleed out and die live on air. Live from New York! As we always are. But it was really weird. It was like as involved a process as installing a toilet could get. I brought it up the stairs, I brought all the individual parts, I took all the little things out of little bags that they had put into the wrapping with the bowl or with the lid. So it was very intimate. I got to know my toilet at a personal level. And it was like we were bonding as I was installing it. And then I peed in it, which is really weird. It's like if you spent the entire day taking out the engine of your car and then putting in a new engine and getting all that experience, and then you peed in said engine, and then in the next morning you pooped in the engine. That's what it felt like to use it. Probably not a universal experience that a lot of people can relate to, but that's the way my mind works. And it works well, sometimes, on occasion. Been known to happen. What armor do I need? All right. Let's make a shield, because that would be smart. I need one more plank. Swoop, swoop, swoop. There we go. Sweep. Whenever I was sick, I would always get some like Canada Dry or Sweeps. I think it was Canada Dry ginger ale. And we'd put on Madagascar, and I'd sit on the futon watching Madagascar with my popcorn bowl next to me. And it stunned me to learn that this is something that other families do as well, is they also have a vomit bowl. It was really funny to watch. Okay, I don't need that. To watch people's reactions to that existing thing on the internet. It's like, whoa, you what? Why would you have a bowl to vomit in? Just in case. Ideally, you'd be kneeling in front of a toilet to vomit in, but you can't guarantee that. You can't do that all day when you're proper sick. You need a backup for when you're lounging. And you're not going to do a garbage can because that's gross. That's like what you put your garbage in. I don't know where I was going with that. But you can't do the garbage can because the bag might break and then you might have vomit on the floor. So obviously the popcorn bowl, plastic popcorn bowl, is the next best option. And people are like, oh, but you eat from that. After you wash it, do you not wash your dishes? Do you just have a mile-high pile of dishes because you don't own a dishwasher? Or you were unaware that you could wash those things? They're reusable. Your phone, you can reuse that too. You can charge it. The future is amazing. I'm going to cook this meat. Hello. You're next. Right now. Yeah. A lot of fond memories of watching Madagascar while I was ill. I have a not so fond memory of vomiting on my grandma. And it wasn't like, oh, I was like 7 months old and, vomit on everybody. I think I was like 7. 7 years old. And I remember that pretty distinctly. Oh, which is weird. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your
Thank
eye.
you, Medline Thomas, for the follow. I really appreciate it. This is a great conversation to have me to come in on. Hello, how are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming. I am doing just great, Medline Thomas. How are you? I have been having a great day. I busted out the Christmas stuff today. We're putting up the lights around the windowsills and around everything, just getting general decorations out, putting up the nutcrackers and stuff. I haven't decorated the tree yet. I put it up yesterday. I put up the tree, and I was like, well, it's 10 days till Christmas. Something's got to give. So we're putting this up. I'm glad you're doing well, Thomas. Medline Thomas. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. It's hard to not do well. I was going to say it's hard to not do well on the holiday season, but then I remember that seasonal depression exists. Man, that sucks. I never used to have a problem with seasonal depression. Like, I would never notice that. Then it started happening this year. And I realized, the reason I started noticing it this year is because the previous years, the seasonal depression was blended in with the regular one. And I got rid of that one, and now I'm noticing it more. So that's been fun. Where did my crafting table go? Am I a fool and a buffoon? I think I might be. I just might be. Let's see. I've been rewatching a lot of Christmas classics, as I do every year. But I've also been watching some new ones. Not new, but just new to me. Like, I had never seen Scrooged with Bill Murray before. It's an interesting movie. Basically, it's preparation for your Christmas going well. Glad to hear that. Yes, it is going quite well. Very well indeed. We have a lot of, we don't have necessarily a lot of traditions, but we just have, like, the same decorations that we put up every year. We've got an artificial tree, so I had to bring that out of the box. We have an artificial tree because I am so allergic to pine. Like, it's not funny. Like, for the first 7 or 8 years of my life, we were getting real trees, and we were buying them and putting them up in the house, and my face would swell up like a balloon full of mucus, and I'd be draining water from my eyes and spewing mucus from my nose. And and we're like, hey, maybe, just maybe, this kid's allergic. So then we started doing artificial trees, and wouldn't you know it, it worked. Why don't you decorate your page as well for Christmas? Thought of that. I used to like put just Christmas lights. You know what? I'm going to put Christmas lights up on the stream right now. Let me get into a nice hole real quick. Dirt. Dirt. Yeah, for Christmas? All right. I hear you. Christmas lights. Transparent. PNG. You better give me a real transparent PNG. All right, something for the corner. Something for a corner. I used to put up random images, like garbage, just on my stream at all times. I try to avoid that. But I feel like since it's the Christmas season, we got to get a little jolly. Get a little festive. None of these are like good corner bits. Huh. I mean, okay, this... No. Well, dang, none of these are good corner bits. All right, we'll just take this one, download that. Yeah, save image as lights. This is the problem with OBS is I always have to save something if I want it to work properly. I gotta root through my folders. I mean by customize art for my channel because it looks more attractive. For Christmas? No. Because then I'd use that for a month and then I'd change it. Just not worth the effort, Not worth the time or the effort. So let's just, all right, see if I can get this up. Image. Lights. lights. Shoot, it's not transparent. Darn it all. No more lights. No more Christmas joy. No more. Bah humbug. Anyways, I was talking about Scrooge. It was a fine movie. I laughed a lot at it. Very funny movie. It did have some like writing little plot choices that were kind of questionable. Like he didn't really. Bill Murray's character is like a TV executive who goes through the plot of A Christmas Carol. And that's the first issue with the movie for me, is that they never say A Christmas Carol. It makes me wonder if they had like some legal dispute with the Dickens estate that they just couldn't say the words A Christmas Carol, because they call it Scrooge. They call the book Scrooge, and the story, that's the wrong one. Call it Scrooge every time they mention it. And that's wrong. And it irked me. It irked me so. I thought that was a pillager patrol. Scared the daylights out of me. Scared the Dickens out of me. Oh, funny and on topic. And it was in the movie. So it's a stolen joke. But no one has to know that as long as I don't say that out loud. The character doesn't really change too much. Which, I mean, it's a little more realistic, I guess. Like, even 3 ghosts coming and visiting and showing you your past, present, and future. It won't completely overhaul your personality. You know, it might make you a different person. Kinder morals. But it won't change the way you act, the way you speak. So it's a little more realistic, I guess. But it does kind of go away from the original theme of the original Christmas Carol, which I watch every year. Last year, I think I watched literally almost every adaptation of A Christmas Carol ever put to screen, which I started like unofficially ranking them. The Jim Carrey one was pretty high, but there's always a special place in my heart for Mr. Magoo. I love Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. Oh my gosh. And I can't find it anywhere. Like, it's not in any libraries or anything. It's just on this VHS that my grandma owned and then my dad owned. And that's the only place I can watch Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol, which was the first time I ever saw A Christmas Carol. So as far as I'm concerned, it's the original. Back in the day, I used to think that it was the original Christmas Carol, and everyone else was just copying Mr. Magoo. And then I learned it was a book. Everything made sense. They should make more Mr. Magoo. Just more. I don't care if you do your stupid Disney live-action reboot, but you should make more Mr. Magoo, whatever it takes. Love that guy. I love him. He's funny. Put him more. More on screen. Speaking of funny old men, Statler and Waldorf were at the Game Awards. My 2 favorite Muppets. The question of my favorite Muppet is hard to answer because that implies a singular one. They are a package deal. Statler and Waldorf, they cannot individually exist. They are Statler and Waldorf. They are not one or the other. They are both. They are my favorite Muppets because they are basically the same. They cannot exist in a vacuum. But they existed at the Game Awards and it was great. I made fun of Jeff Keighley, which I can always get behind. I don't think Hideo Kojima knew what they were saying, because a lot of people on Twitter, or sorry, X the Everything app, were like, "Oh, look at Kojima. He's so embarrassed. He thinks they're real. He's so mad at what they're saying about him." I don't think he understood. Like, could you imagine 2 puppets going up on stage, saying a bunch of stuff in a language you don't understand, then randomly dropping your name out of nowhere, and then continuing to speak in a language you don't really fully understand? Like, with how much he works with English-speaking actors and devs, I'm sure he's picked up a good amount. But you know, the fact he had a translator at the Game Awards, he's not fluent. But so he probably picked up bits and pieces and heard that they were making fun of somebody, and then he heard his name. But he didn't know what was going on. Somebody probably told him later, and he had a good laugh about it. If you think that Hideo Kojima isn't a funny guy, I don't know what to tell you. That man is hilarious. You think somebody could make Metal Gear Solid 2 and not be hilarious? You're wrong, and I hate you. I think that was the one where the guy grabs his nuts to see if he's really him. Like 3 times. I haven't played any of the Metal Gear Solid games. They're all on my wish list. They're all on deck. I really want to, but just haven't had the money nor time. But they're all on my list. As are the original Metal Gears. The 2 original Metal Gears. Oh my goodness. I love the way they look. I love what I've seen. And I want to be into it. I really do. Who dares to notify me at this time? All right, whatever. That's one of the video ideas I had, was a video about the entire Metal Gear franchise. That, obviously, this wasn't in part of my plan for the winter season, but it would just be talking about Metal Gear and, you know, ranking the games and discussing them in depth. Oh, another village. That's good. So I am looking forward to making that video. That's going to take a lot of time, though. A lot of time and a lot of effort. So it's absolutely not a winter video. That will be years. I think that'll be a couple years before I have time to do that. Like I said, I have a lot of projects that I really like the ideas that I've made for them, but I just don't have the time, man. 2026. 2026 is when I will have the time to do things. Most likely. Maybe I'll be dead by then, who knows? Probably not, though. Alright. Hey, anybody here got a bed that I can use? No, I'll just put one down then. That's fine by me. Alright. A lot of good stuff was announced at the Game Awards. I'm looking forward to seeing stuff, more stuff about Elden Ring Night Rain. Looks like they're bringing in a bunch of stuff about past Souls games, which is cool. I haven't played any Dark Souls games or Elden Ring. I am planning on playing Elden Ring. I'm just waiting until it goes on sale on Saturday. Because then it goes from the massive and insane price of $60 to the perfectly reasonable and much more affordable $40 with the Steam Winter Sale. That's what I'm waiting for. Okay, I think I see why there's no villagers here. They all fell into this hole and died. That's probably it. Too bad, so sad. All right. Well, let's see. Oh, dude, I completely abandoned a Nether portal before. Can you believe that? That's so stupid of me. All right. Well, let's find a lava pit next. I don't really call these speed runs. It's just I'm playing the game with the goal of beating the game, but not using any speed running tactics. There is a game that I would like to speed run, and that is another video that I've been thinking about doing for a while, but that would require a face reveal, so it'll be later. But Punch-Out. Punch-Out for the Wii. I want to speed run it. I want to set any sort of world record in Punch-Out for the Wii, because I have some really good bits planned for that video, and I've structured out part of it. Part of it. I won't fully work on it until I'm good and ready, but I've structured part of it. The reason why I haven't had a lot of luck with pre-planning videos is that I'll stop working on them for a few months, and then I'll come back to the dock, and I won't know where anything is. It's not like I'm unorganized. I am very organized, probably too much when it comes to writing stuff, which is why I know I have very specific ideas and a very specific vision at that point, and then my vision changes in those months, and I have no idea what I was on about and why the script is the way it is. That's just the way it is. That's what happened with my Minecraft PvP video. Planning on making a video where I train and become incredibly good at PvP over the course of several months. Again, this wouldn't be a winter video because of that over the course of several months thing. I have a month to make this stuff. And that sort of fell through. Didn't fall through. I'm just going to have to rewrite the script because I'm not in the same headspace that I was when I was writing it all those months ago when the semester was about to start. Gosh, I think it was actually... Yeah. I was planning on making that video before... It was in the summer. So I was already making a lot of videos at that time. I was planning to make another one. I just never got around to it. There's some bits that I'm going to have to delete. Like I had one joke where it was like, obviously the first step to becoming an incredible speedrunner is to have incredible hardware. And I would go vlog myself going to Best Buy and buying a new mouse because the mouse I had at the time was absolute dog water. Like it wouldn't click. You had to apply an incredible amount of pressure to make it click. And even then it would sometimes not do it. And when it would do it, it would double click. So that would be unacceptable. So I would film myself going to Best Buy, buying the new mouse, and then being like, okay, now we're ready to start training. And then I would go and buy a new desk mat or mouse pad or whatever. So I'm going to have to get rid of that bit. I'll find something else. Because I already have the greatest mouse ever made. It's pretty good. It's got 10 buttons on it. 13. If you're counting the regular ones that all mice have. Which, of course, I am. Third village. Oh, and they have a golem. We'll stop off here and cook some more stuff. Show I've been watching recently, Skeleton Crew. It comes out on Tuesdays, and so I was all excited and ready this morning to go and watch Skeleton Crew because it's a Tuesday and I'm ready to watch my Tuesday show, but no. It drops Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Why? Why would you do that? Just call it Wednesday at that point. Who cares? Who cares about Tuesday 9 p.m.? Nobody. Nobody. Hello. Emeralds. Apple. Potato. We'll do some cooking in here then. Definitely have plenty of beds. Not making that same mistake. Not making that same mistake. Skeleton Crew. Excuse me. Skeleton Crew has been very good so far. It's clear they're still building stuff up. I don't know how many. Let me Google this. How many episodes are in Skeleton Crew? Skeleton Crew episodes. 4 episodes? Okay, don't call it that. None of these are answering my question of how many episodes. How many episodes, Skeleton Crew? 3? Wrong. I mean in total. You fool, you buffoon. Episodes. There's 8. 8 episodes. Is that so hard? Is that so hard to tell me? Straight up. Oh my word. It's been very good. Child actors are very good. They capture everything I love about movies like The Goonies and E.T. perfectly. Perfectly. I love it so much. They've captured a really good 80s vibe. Classic pirate adventure. I love it so much. This is what I thought modern Star Wars should be like. I hope it gets renewed for another season if it doesn't fully wrap up in season 1. I don't want it to get acolyted. I liked Acolyte. I did. It was good. And I'm not one of those people who's just like, oh yeah, well the fight choreography was really good, but everything else sucked. No, I liked it all. Fight choreography was outstanding, but I liked everything about it. Some writing choices were questionable, but they could be easily resolved with another season. You get what I'm saying here? Just give it time. You can't tell a whole story in one season, or at least not a proper one, not like what they were planning to do. They set up so much just for it to be canceled. Now I'm going to have to read Star Wars comics to figure out what happens. You believe that? I'm going to have to read. I hate reading. No, I don't. I haven't read Star Wars comics in years, though. I used to. Pretty regularly. I would keep up with Dr. Aphra. That was good. I would read some of the older ones, some of the older Marvel Star Wars comics. Those were pretty weird. I was going to say they were good. They were. They were also really weird and not Star Wars like very much. Oh, man. There's a lot of external Star Wars media that I haven't watched or consumed that I feel like I should. Like the Thrawn books. Either the original trilogy or the new one. I've read the first one, Heir to the Empire, and I own the other two of the original trilogy. I just haven't gotten around to reading them. This is the problem that I keep facing. I have so many things I want to consume. Books, movies, music, everything. I just can't pick. Games too. Games, I have that same issue. I can never pick. Can never settle down and just pick one to start. I wanted to watch a movie today. I never got around to it because I was just ruminating on what I wanted to do. It's like that iconic philosophical argument posed by the iconic philosopher Kevin McAllister in the second Home Alone film, which is the better of the two films, by the way. You might not like it, but it's true. Just took what the first one did and improved upon it. Mastered the formula, if you will. Emeralds. Emeralds, yes. Okay, what the heck? We'll cook some more. We'll cook some potatoes. You go in there, you go in there. You keep... What are you doing? It's not night. See, it's not night. What are you doing? You're slacking off in the middle of the day. I hate you. Please die. Anyways, Skeleton Crew is good. I recommend it. I can't wait for episode 4 to come out. Really good creature. Really good alien creature in episode 3. Oh, it felt whimsical. It felt awesome. The owl dog thing. Love it. I loved it. I can't wait to see what else they do. I feel like that's all I can say. Because they're building up a really good mystery about what At-Atin is. I think it's pretty clear that they were a Republic project, if not High Republic. That was just like, hey, let's isolate an entire colony of people from the rest of the universe and don't give them any knowledge of what's going on. Because, you know, they didn't know Alderaan blew up. I feel like it's a pretty major thing to happen. But yeah, I'm interested to see where they take it. And is it actually a treasure planet? That'd be neat. They did call a lot of attention to how all of their parents were analysts for money. And all the pirates were really interested in the old Republic credits that they have. So maybe it's just a vast fortune of Republic credits. Or maybe it's something more. Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, that was Skeleton Crew. Very good. Jude Law. I love him. I want to see more Jude Law stuff. First time I saw a Jude Law movie was Captain Marvel, which I feel like, you know, fake cinephile for it. No, I've never claimed to be a cinephile. Fake movie fan, we'll say. For having Captain Marvel be my first Jude Law film. Because he's very good. He is very good. I want to see more. I know he's done more like dramatic roles. I want to see it all. I hope he has some more comedic stuff too, because he plays it very well. Comedic in Skeleton Crew. This is, oh my gosh. I keep coming back to this. But this is another issue I have with streaming. It's too dang chill, man. This is why I feel like option A might be the better one. Because I can't fake that hyper personality for very long at all. I can do it like with other people I can when I have to entertain people that are physically there and I can read the room and gauge like what level of bit would be good. That's what I thought. I can do that just fine. But, you know, with streaming, it's just me. And so I could just be myself. And myself is not hyper at all. I like talking about things I'm interested in. Hello, goat. Oh, you're the goat. Little joke there, little jingle. Little jingle crafters, jingle jam. That was fun. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about jingle crafters. I kind of wish I had joined the Jingle Crafters SMP. While it was short-lived, it did look fun. They had some cool engagement stuff with the mysteries and the find the button stuff. That was cool. Oh, portal. I don't have enough lava, I don't think, to fix it, but that's fine. We'll just see what it has. Hello. Oh, flint and steel, that's fine. I'll take that. Some more iron. Always welcome. Obsidian. You love to see it. You love to see it. Yeah. This stream was... I planned this stream to get my creative juices flowing. And more to decide of what I wanted to do with content this season. I think I've pretty much made my mind up that, you know, since I'm not active in this closing season of Crimecraft, because I freaking died, man. We'll talk about that more in a second. More of what I could do is just, you know, Divinity, which is just gameplay, and then archiving that as sort of a Let's Play thing, which is always what I wanted to do when I started content creation, was just Let's Plays. But that sort of died out, that genre. What the hell? Well, that was interesting. It was quite a sound. I guess that's in the game. I was gonna say, is that my song or the game? That's in the game. Crazy. Never heard that goat sound before. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So, yeah. I think YouTube videos are the way to go for this season. I think I pretty much settled on that now. Because I can't fake that hyper personality forever. For a month, I can't do that. Definitely not. I can't do that for 10 minutes. I gotta chill out at some point. So, YouTube it is. Hooray! Verdict reached. Now I gotta work out on narrowing down an idea or two, because I do have some... I have some alright ideas. None of them really popped at me like the idea for the Minesweeper video did. That sort of, I just had a full plan pop into my head. Nothing like that has happened for this new video that I'm trying to plan. But we'll see what happens. One of the topics that I wanted to maybe talk about in like a video essay type deal is the current SMP landscape. Because there are a lot, and I mean a lot of SMPs out there. And everyone's trying to make theirs new and gimmicky and exciting, like something you've never seen before. They're almost all modded, which isn't a problem. I like modded SMPs. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge modded player. I like small quality of life stuff, maybe a few new items that give you cool abilities, but nothing like massive systems. Like Create, I would be interested in playing with Create for a little bit, but I feel like it'd just be so much to learn. It'd be a whole new ball game. So I'd be hesitant to learn Create, but I do have a series planned for that at some point in the future. Not the near future, but we'll just say it ties in with Neverbound, which I would also mention in the SMP video, if that is what I end up doing. And I would also mention Crimecraft and Minu SMP, and possibly Mangoverse, because I'm on all of those. Which I'm pretty split, pretty divided right now for time. I mean, obviously not with Crimecraft anymore because I freaking died. Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning. Hello, sir. How are you? Oh, I hate you. Yeah, I died in Crimecraft. The reason that I died, it was originally planned that, first of all, if you haven't been watching season 5 of Crimecraft, the way it worked was that we were all, the whole player base, all had 3 canon lives. Those were displayed by dots on your left arm. Some people chose the right arm, and we call them evil traitors. So they'd be displayed by dots on your arm or anywhere on your body. But if you're normal, it would be on your left arm. So those dots represented canon lives, which weren't necessarily lives that just happened whenever you died. Like if you randomly died to a skeleton, you wouldn't lose a canon life. You would just be dead. It would be something that was planned. A canon life being lost is planned. So my first canon life that I lost was to Finn Soley, who murdered me in cold blood, of course, for stealing his bells. Now, let me say this. I don't think that murder is a very good response to theft. I don't jive with the death penalty like that. But my character did, because my character was a sadist. I feel like I didn't get as much of a chance as I would have liked to fully display the personality that I wanted this character to have. But I had a lot of inspirations for it. And I had a lot of plans. And a lot of those plans fell short because of school. So I didn't get a chance to play on the server nearly as much as I wanted to. I had plans to build an entire restaurant. I'll show you that restaurant at some point. The deli and the whole building. It was basically like a whole slice out of an actual New York City building that you might find in Little Italy, Manhattan, which is what I named the colony in Crimecraft. People were saying like, "Oh, Little Italy, that's such a weird name. How'd you come up with that?" Am I crazy? Am I the only one who's ever heard of that neighborhood in Manhattan? Because it's a real neighborhood. Little Italy, you can Google it. It's there. I've used it as a reference for a lot of builds. That's something else I might want to do in the future, is like a guess the build thing. I've been practicing a lot with my Minecraft builds. I haven't really had as much of a chance as I would have liked to display that. The deli would have been a good chance, a good opportunity to show that off. But again, time, man. Time. I just didn't have it. Just did not have enough. So, but I did have the resources gathered. And the same can be said for just the general, like, a Little Italy infrastructure. I had lots of plans in a creative world for how all the nice paths would look, and I was experimenting with how the lighting would look. It would be all nice and, like, quartz with glowstone and greenery mixed in. It would be really cool. Because the original plan, I'll tell you what the original plan for all 3 of my canon lives was. Because I was always supposed to die. The season's not quite over yet, but in the beginning, when things were being planned, the way it would go is that the only people who would die and be fully dead, have lost all 3 canon lives by the end of the season, would be the Karma Legend and myself. Because, you know, we both volunteered that. I don't know if Karma volunteered to die fully, but it was a pretty crucial thing in Finn's character. Nillo! I've never seen one. I've never seen one in the wild. Oh my gosh. Hello. Who's texting me? That's awesome. Dude. I am stoked. I'm stoked. I can't believe I just met the armadillo in person. Oh, that's great. Big fan. Huge fan, actually. Anyways, yeah. Karma and I were both supposed to die from the start. The original plan for all three of my canon lives was the first one, that I would be murdered by Finn after committing some wrongdoing against him, which would be end up being stealing his bells, which I feel like is not, again, not proportionate. The punishment did not fit the crime at all. I feel like we didn't acknowledge how rabid Finn's character was. Like, he was like, oh yeah, this season I'm going to be the hero. And then he went and murdered so many people over the pettiest things. Which is why I decided to play into the we're not so different, you and I. You were just like me. I decided to play into that angle because originally my plan was like, all right, I'm going to be a unfeeling psychopath with a dead smile who appears to be very jovial and charismatic, but is a sadist. And it's going to be the difference, the contrast between the rest of the people is what's really going to be important. Because like everyone else is going to be normal, and canon lives matter. So the fact that my character would kill anyone to get what he wants would be controversial. But then the main character, he didn't want to be, but he ended up being the main character. Finn Solely started doing just that, murdering people left and right to get what he wanted over the pettiest reasons. I'm like, well, shoot. If the hero is doing this, then why is the villain a villain? Because I was always planned to be the villain, or at least a villain. Finn wanted me to take on a protagonist. Oh my gosh, he did. He did. He asked me to take on the protagonist role when we were originally planning the season. I was like, well, I want to be evil. Can I be evil instead? And he's like, yeah, sure, you could be evil. So I'm like, great. How about for the first half of the season, I don't look evil. Then for the second half of the season, it becomes very clear that I am evil. And it's like, yeah, sure, let's do that. It's supposed to be like a bait and switch. So like the first half of the season, Spen would look like the main villain, and then I would become the main villain after revealing my plans, revealing my true nature as a sadist, and everyone would be like, whoa, he's evil. Totally didn't see that coming. Obviously, sarcasm, because I was trying to play into stuff from last season, from season 4, when I was being very genuine, by the way, in the business propositions that I was offering people. I hardly ever lied in season 4. I did, though. I did lie sometimes, but barely ever. People were always like, yeah, what's the catch? I got to give you 2 doubloons and you'll give me a potion just like that? What's the catch? I was always like, oh, there's no catch. You can just give it to me and I'll give you the potion. And they never believed me. They never believed me, but it was the truth. So I wanted to play into that and be like, okay, well, obviously I have this chronic liar's voice that I can't seem to get rid of. So I'm just going to play into that and have them be right this time. This time they'll be right. I will be evil this time. And yeah, I didn't get nearly as much of a chance to show what I wanted. I feel like I've wasted this character. Really like the character that I did develop. I want to see more from it. But it feels too cheap to just be like, all right, here's another character. It's the same character, just he's at the same starting point as before Crimecraft Season 5, and we're just going to put him in a different environment and let him grow in this one instead, see what happens. That feels kind of cheap. I kind of want to continue this one. I don't want to just create a whole new character that looks identical to this one and work with it from there. I want to continue this one, which might not be possible because he's dead. I know I was talking about the original plans for the canon lives. I'll do that right now. The season hasn't ended yet, so this might be spoilers. Cover your ears if you care about that. But in the original plan for the season, and I'm not saying that this is how the current season is going to end, but in the original planned ending for the season, I would be myself, Spen, and May would all be gathered around the rocket ship as we're all planning to depart the planet. And then I would be like, no, well, we can't bring Finn because Finn sucks and I hate him. And then May would explode me with a rocket launcher and I would die. That was my second canon life. That was the first plan for my second canon life, was May would blow me up with a rocket launcher and I would die that way. And the way Finn wanted it to work from there was I would come back out, I would respawn, May would blow me up a second time, and that was how I lose my third canon life. I didn't like that. I did not like that idea at all. So I said, okay, well, how about we don't do that, and instead I can just die here on the planet. How does that sound? And he's like, yeah, all right. Then later he came back with like, well, how about May still blows you up twice and it's really funny, but just only one of them takes a canon life. I'm like, okay. Finn's humor, it confuses me. Because sometimes he's one of the funniest people on the planet. And sometimes he's not at all. Which I'm sure is the case for many people. Finn confuses me. He knows how to play to an audience so well. Love that guy. Love Finn Solely. But he confuses me. What am I doing? I'm trying to get a boat so that I can go. Anyways, yeah, that was my third canon life was initially going to be... Is it? I don't know if we've talked about if this is public information yet. I mean, people pretty much know. If you haven't figured it out, the planet's going to explode. All these meteors are going to explode the planet at the end of the season. So the initial plan was that after May exploded me twice, and one of them took a canon life, I would hide out, take refuge on the planet, and I would die there with the planet, with what I had built. The reason that worked narratively at that point in the planning was that it would be like, well, this is a fine place to die. I would have built it up to be this really cool location, this almost utopia, and I would be content to die with it. And this really cool moment planned and everything. And I just didn't have the time. I just didn't have the time to put the work into building Little Italy into what I wanted, because finals rolled around, as they so often do. Just messed everything up. So I didn't have enough time to build. And yeah. I don't want that. Boat time. Time to sail across the seas. So yeah, that's how it was going to go. The 3 lives would go as Finn kills me for stealing his bells, May blows me up for not wanting to save Finn, and then I explode with the planet, content to die in what I've built. That wouldn't have worked in its current state because, first of all, Finn exploded all of Little Italy. I did it first, but so in the Great War that Finn had planned for Crimecraft, he put a bunch of TNT beneath Little Italy. And he's like, well, I'm going to blow it all up. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I'm kind of concerned if you would have planned to do that in the event that I had built it up, but I hadn't, so it was fine. Then I was planning on building a big TNT minecart trap, and I crafted so many TNT minecarts for this trap that I would place directly under where I thought May was going to stand, because the deciding factor for the war was who died first, me or Emma May. So I thought, okay, let's just end this war before it even starts and kill May with a bunch of TNT minecarts just right away, right off the bat. Because the gadgets and trickery is how I like to do things. I'm not great at PvP. I'm passable at it, but not great. So the traps and trickery route is what I wanted to take. And as I was setting up that TNT minecart, I was testing the redstone line. And wouldn't you know it, some of Finn's TNT had found its way over to the Gleechungus border. And it ignited. And everything exploded. No one was streaming this. No one was recording this. I think I'm telling this to the public for the first time, but I blew up everything. I blew up the server. Oh, preemptively. So then Finn had to go take a, 24 hours ago, backup of the server, and he was like, all right, I'll spawn in all the items that you need. I'm like, you know what? It's midnight. I'm really tired. I'm just gonna, it was the night before the war. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna lose. It's fine. I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna lose the war. I'm not gonna try. But I'll look like I'm trying, but I'm not gonna try. Which was really disappointing. It's really disappointing. But to be honest, I had been planning to lose the war. Because of just how the ending wouldn't have worked anymore. The ending I had initially planned just wouldn't have worked anymore with how little I had built. I'm not content. I am not content with the way that my character ended. There was so much more I wanted to do. It's going to be so difficult to figure out a way to bring that character back. I really do, though. I really do. The mob boss angle, I didn't get nearly as much of a chance as I wanted to fully explore that. So I'll try to do it in the future. Probably not in Crimecraft. To be honest, probably not in Crimecraft, but I have no idea how or when I'll bring him back. I just know that I will. And you know, I posted a real ominous thing on Twitter like, I found you in this lifetime, I will find you in the next. This is a warning. Hello, Pink Sheep. You are so cool. Has anyone ever told you how cool you are? Well, you're very cool. Hello. Hello, Pink Sheep. Hello. Hello. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. I had to do it. I had to do it. It was for the greater good. You don't understand. You know how much I sacrificed. Anyways. Yeah, I want to bring that character back. I don't know how. I don't know when. I don't know if I'm going to resurrect him. Or if I'm going to make him like just a different version. But I would really like to try it again. Because this was not the time. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've also asked to take a back seat in the next story-based Crimecraft season. Finn has told me the plans. He's calling it Grounded. He's told me the plans for that season. It's pretty interesting. I do like what I'm hearing. But the story, I'm not really big. It's just not for me. That's just sort of like predetermined. This is fact. You don't really get that much input in it. It's not for me. But I am looking forward to seeing how he develops it. I think Finn's storytelling style would be better suited for pre-recorded and edited videos. At least that's what I prefer doing. I don't really like doing streams that have a hard plan, and if this plan doesn't get executed exactly in this way, there will be hell to pay. I hate that. I really don't like it. I like streams where it's like, all right, here's a loose outline. Whatever happens, happens. Go for it. I like that a lot. But some people do manage to... I've watched WoW SMP recently. War of Worlds SMP. Spoilers, by the way, because that was like one of the last things they revealed what WoW stood for. I think that was all live. Yeah. Some of what Wade said to chat, yes. All of that story was live. It was very obviously scripted and planned. A lot of work went into it. It's very impressive. So it made me curious. That would be another one that I would mention in the SMP video if I ended up doing that. I might. Honestly, I'm kind of liking talking about SMPs. I kind of want to do it a little bit more. TBH. So I might do that. But yeah. Speaking of SMPs, Neverbound. That's another thing I've been working on and off for months. It was supposed to end, Season 6, Legacies of Conquest, was supposed to end around this time this year. It started last year with the end of Crimecraft Season 3, and Spen was like, hey, Crimecraft Season 3 is ending. You want to join my SMP? You can be like a background character or whatever you want to do. I'm like, yeah, man, sure. And for a few months, I was just a background character. Wherever I was needed, I would go. And then I was like, you know what? There's actually, I really love the world that Spen and the others have built. I want to be a part of it. I want to tell a story. So I wrote it. I wrote a script for a movie. I was like, all right, it kind of feels like it's too late to do like an episodic thing. So I'm just going to tell the story in one big go. I'm going to make a Neverbound movie, and we're going to see where that takes us. And it has been a lot of work. The planning, the scripting, the recording. There's so much I have to record. I've done so much work on it, and there is still so much more to do, which is crazy to me. Let's take the Thorns helmet. We're going to need that. Grab all that too. All right, let's actually craft this iron. See if we can free up an inventory space. Wow. Oh, nice. We can. Obsidian. Crafting table. Hooray. I'll be back. What can I give up? Okay, I don't need emeralds. I really don't. Let's make ourselves another bucket so we can carry around some lava. Hey! Okay, gold is another necessity. Alright, what else do we not need? I can cook some more of this meat. Fuel meat. There we go. Alright. So yeah, I've been working on Neverbound for months, and I only recently realized that as much as passionate as I am about this world and this character that I've been working on, I haven't shown it to the public, like, at all. I think I've streamed on Neverbound, the server, for like a total of maybe 25 minutes. I haven't shown it to anybody, which is kind of disappointing because I would like a little bit of feedback. And the people in Neverbound, great as they are, when you're doing something artistic, you're not supposed to talk to your direct peers about feedback because they're going to be, especially if they're your friends, they're going to be softer on you than you need. So I need some genuine feedback on my script and the story I have planned for this movie. But we'll see. We will see what happens. All right, moving on. Anyways, yeah, it's going to be really cool. I like the way it's looking so far. I'm really happy that Spen has decided to extend the life of this season, because I decided on actually making content for it pretty late in the game, actually. So I'll be working on that in the background this winter season. Nothing's going to come out. Definitely not. Nothing's coming out. But I will be toiling away at it, recording the bits that I need recorded. So just know that I'm working and I'm cooking. Yeah. All right. Oh, actually, this is what I need. Cook this stuff for me, please. Please, please, please. Oh, it's not thundering. It's actually just raining. One of the creative choices that I made with Neverbound is for a future season. And I won't give away too much because, again, I don't want to spoil anything. But it involves Two Swords McGurk, a character that I love. And I think I like it. I think I like that character more than anyone else. I mean, you know, people might think he's a little funny. I love him. I love him, and I love playing him. It's a headache to do the voice sometimes, and to keep, again, like I said, keeping that overall hyper energy is just not sustainable for me. But I love playing the character so much because it's ridiculous and it's funny. But I haven't been able to because of narrative reasons, and I'm starting to go back on those. Because, like, canonically, Two Swords McGurk is in a certain place right now. He's in a certain place, and that is prohibiting him from appearing in any other content. Like, I debated whether or not I should go back on that choice to allow him to appear in Season 5 of Crimecraft. And that might not have made narrative sense. Oh, thank goodness, there's a lava pool. Now I can go to the Nether. Alright, let's do this thing. Good stuff, alright. But yeah. I don't know if I'm going to end up regretting that choice. I don't have many plans for him beyond that choice. But it may have been a bit of a wrong choice, you know. Because it's limited my usage of him. I would have liked to use him. Really would have liked to use him recently. But narratively, canonically, haven't been opportunities for him. That's all I'm going to say about that right now. Guys, start a poll on Twitter. Free Two Swords McGurk. Yes or no? I feel like I've said that. I might have said it before. Two Swords McGurk, he's in prison, man. He's in prison. That's why you haven't seen him. I'm not going to elaborate as to why, or where, or how, or when even. Ooh, will that come in handy? Would that be significant? But he is in prison. So that's why he hasn't been in any content. There we go. Let's put on our gold hat. Go into the Nether. Something else that's come out recently. Secret Level. Talking about interpreting things differently. Secret Level. Anthology series based on several different video games. I have seen the Pac-Man episode. I haven't seen any of the other ones. I've seen the Pac-Man episode. I'm planning on watching them all. I just started with Pac-Man because it made me question what Pac-Man was. Because there's no story to Pac-Man. People are talking about online, you know, on Twitter. There's always someone talking about, oh, this completely violates the integrity of the original Pac-Man story. Are you high? There's no story to the original Pac-Man. You play as a guy, and then you go around eating ghosts and trying not to let them kill you. That's the story of the original Pac-Man. They actually gave it a plot in Secret Level. And then they made it a game. What was it, like Shadow Labyrinth or something? They announced that at the Game Awards, which is cool, and I'm going to play it for sure. Twitter. I've been heavily debating whether I should keep using Twitter or not. Because, you know, oh, I forgot I used this resource pack. I don't like the way that looks. Whatever. Hey, a bastion. Ooh, okay. That is interesting. That is interesting. Okay. Well, let's dump some of this stuff out. Take our crafting table, make us some chests real quick. A couple more. Just one more. One big double chest. There we go. Put some beds in there just so I don't accidentally explode myself while in here. I'll put the diamond in there too. Block of gold I'll keep. All the meat I'll keep. You can go in there. You can go in there. You can go in there. Yeah. Let's grab some blocks to work with. To platform and bridge with. Let's crouch. Let's crouch. Died by not crouching in the Nether in hardcore too many times now for me to not learn that lesson. There we go. It's a pretty good amount of blocks. You know what I just said? You remember what I just said? You remember that? You remember? Do you? Do you? I can't extinguish myself. I can't. Come on. Come on. Give me that hunger. Give me that hunger. Extinguish. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. Whew. See, this is part of what I'm talking about. I can't fake a reaction to this. I'm happy that I survived. I can't be like, oh my god, guys! Did you see that? Crazy, crazy stuff. Possibly because it's almost 6 o'clock. I don't have that kind of energy anymore. It's been expelled in doing other stuff throughout the day. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, right. Secret level. I didn't know that Emily Swallow was American. I had no idea. I looked her up after hearing her in Secret Level. I'm like, that's not the voice she did in The Mandalorian. She was very British in The Mandalorian. Come to find out, she's an American actress. It shocks me. It makes me think about other actors. It's a very common thing to talk about American actors who are really, really bad at British accents. And just other actors in general. But I feel like that's because you don't know that a lot of those actors are American. Like, people will say, what, Johnny Depp is American? Alan Tudyk is American? And yeah, they are. Alan Tudyk is from Texas. Which is crazy. Sean Astin, Elijah Wood, they're American. They're American. Viggo Mortensen. I'm just naming people from Lord of the Rings now. I don't know how accurate their accents are. And again, they are fictitious accents. But I didn't know they were American until recently. Relatively recently. Okay, I'm just gonna cover this up. Because you scare me. You startle me and scare me. See? Nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. Thinking those were diamonds because I used the stupid resource pack. Okay. You know what? I'm getting pretty low on energy. Even for a me stream. Let's just block ourselves off. Get ourselves a nice cocoon. And save and quit to title. There we go. Oh. Well. That was hardcore Minecraft for you. I didn't kill the dragon like I said I was going to because I was a fool and didn't look at my inventory. Oh, I was a fool and didn't look at my inventory before going into the end. Well, that's the broadcast. I don't know if there's very much more I have to say. Next stream will be Thursday at 5 p.m. EST. Because that is when we are doing Divinity Original Sin 2. I know not a lot of people watch my Divinity streams, but I enjoyed doing them a lot. I'm just doing it so that I could have that archive sort of Let's Play style thing on my VODs channel. I would love to have the entire game. I'm hoping I could keep the gang's interest for long enough to finish this 100-hour or so game. That would be great. I think the first island, the first area, Fort Joy, is like 30 hours. And we are not out of there yet. So it's going to be interesting to see how long that takes us. I may be recording a new Let's Play. Out of Line is the game I'm looking at right now. It's about 3 or 5 hours. It was one of those. And it's just one of those games that I picked up free on Epic. And it looks pretty cool. It has a nice art style. So I'm going to play out of line for the channel. It's not going to be unedited. I'm going to try and edit it to the best of my ability. Because the unedited videos didn't do so well this past summer. But, you know, I'm always experimenting. Always throwing stuff at the wall. Seeing what sticks. And in doing so with one of those experiments, I found out that the Minesweeper video, I need to elaborate on stuff like that. So I'm going to try and work on more ideas like that for this winter season. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the stream. I appreciate it if you did. And here's everything. Oh, why did the music start? You fool. You weren't supposed to do that. Here's everywhere I exist on the internet. Twitter, that's private. I've been losing a lot of followers on Twitter because I haven't been posting there because it's private and I don't really use it. Blue Sky is where I do post. I'm still not sure how to use it, but it's fine. It's whatever. It's whatevs, man. VOD Archive, YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing stuff on the YouTube channel. Like I said, I'm going to post out of line. I'm going to edit that, play that. Could be an interesting game to watch. TikTok, might post a little bit on there. Not as much as the nuclear option was planning, but we're going to be focusing on YouTube for this winter season. And Instagram, which I don't really use. I put TikToks on Instagram when I make TikToks. That's pretty much it. I don't know. I'll probably use Instagram more when I face reveal. So, yeah. Hope you've enjoyed the stream.
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
It's been a pleasure. I will see you all when I see you. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.